Welcome to the Canopy Custom Reporting demo. Today we will be taking a look at an exciting new feature called Canopy Insights. This feature will allow users to get a much richer understanding of their data within Canopy. We've recently released dashboards in our Clients and Tasks module, and will soon release a similar dashboard in our Time module. These are designed to give all Canopy users a taste of the type of visuals and reports that can be created within the new Insights section. You'll also see that we have added a tab on the left nav bar that says Insights. This section will only be available for users who have purchased a Pro license, and will give them the ability to create as many custom reports or dashboards as they want to accommodate the needs of their firm. You'll also notice the tabs up top. There are 4 different sections of Insights. Home is where you go to see what has recently been created and shared by other users at the firm. Create Answers is where you go to ask a question or create a query. Within Insights, we will refer to individual reports as answers to help you think about the questions you are asking and the answers you are hoping to find within the report itself. These answers can be constructed using a variety of visual styles that can then be pinned to what we call a live board. A live board is a dashboard composed of individual answers that can be organized and filtered to your liking. We plan on providing a robust catalog of templates in the form of live boards that you will immediately have access to when you navigate to the Insights section. Feel free to use these templates as a launching point for your own custom queries, as all existing answers can be duplicated and then edited. Let's look at one of our template live boards now. This is a capacity live board created to help you understand the way work is currently distributed among team members. In the first pivot table, we see all of the team members and tasks they are assigned by due date. The counts of the tasks in each column help you understand what will soon be coming due and anticipate when a member of your team may need additional resources to complete their work on time. The rows in this table can be expanded to also see task status, giving you an even better understanding of where work currently stands relative to each team member. Below this table is the same data visualized slightly differently to see the task count of each team member by status. Oftentimes, presenting data visually allows us to identify trends more naturally than searching through rows and columns in a table. Here we have a few simple visuals to show open task count by team member, and we are using a color slice to represent which tasks are already overdue. Another great feature within Insights is setting an alert based on a specific KPI metric. This allows you to be notified anytime one of these metrics reaches a number you are interested in. Additionally, the entire live board can be scheduled to be sent to members of the firm. In this Create Schedule menu, you have the ability to choose the date, time, and frequency, as well as what form the live board will be sent in and what visuals will be included. Features like these make it easy to be in the know about important happenings within Canopy. Here we have our Time dashboard template, complete with some generic filters to help you narrow things down. Filters can be added at the live board level if you wish to filter the entire dashboard with a couple easy clicks. In this case, we are looking at time from a team member, service item, and client perspective, using the tabs to divide each section. We can easily see how much time is being logged by each team member by month, as well as how much of the total time logged is billable versus not billable, starting firm-wide and then narrowing down by team member. These visuals help you understand the shape of your time data on a daily basis. Notice the lulls on the weekends and holidays. You can also isolate specific team members to see who might be entering too much or too little time. This graphic allows you to isolate individual months of billed time and see the distribution of time entries by start date. This will be helpful when determining if you need to tighten up your billing cycle or if time entries from a certain month are not getting billed till much later. Here's a quick look at the service item and client views on the same time data. The goal here is to allow you to slice and dice the data in whichever way is most helpful. One of the things we hear most about when it comes to reporting is the desire to understand team member productivity. This is the basic concept of how many hours worked by our team are billable versus not. And from a rate perspective, how closely are we billing that time to what we expected it to be billed. In this productivity template, we give you that exact breakdown and allow you to expand each team member by client to get even more granular. Perhaps you want a similar understanding but on a service level. Here we have that view expanded by team member. We also have a table showing all billable revenue by service item through various months of the year, so you can account for more cyclical services that are offered. We have added visuals to these templates to help you identify trends quicker and drill down into areas of concern. And then we have our billing realization dashboard. which is used to reconcile all time spent on a client with the associated costs and total revenue that was generated. This table will allow you to know the realization rate of each client you service and identify areas that are doing well or might need improvement. We understand that realization is key to running a successful business, and we want to empower you through data to have the conversations you need to have to sustain a profitable firm. So that's a quick look at some of the reports we hope to be giving you right out the gate when you come to Canopy Insights. But what about the custom use cases that might be hyper-specific to your firm or even your role within the firm? That's the true power of this feature, allowing you to play with the data however you would like and create dashboards that can be shared to increase productivity. Let's walk through an example and show you what I mean. In this example, I'm interested in gaining a better understanding of our billing rates on a service item level. You'll see multiple data sources on the left. In this case, I'll be working within the time source. You'll see the attribute and measures within the source listed in the data panel, from which you can select them to add to your query or add a filter. You can also type directly into the search bar if you know the names of the columns you are wanting to use. I'm interested in total hours, time entry billable amount, time entry username, and the service item name. I'll also be adding the time entry ID so I can see each individual time entry in the table view. Great, so here's my table. I can adjust the size of each column easily within the interface or drag columns around to organize the information to my liking. I've noticed I don't have a date associated with this set of time data, so let's add time entry start date with a filter of last 365 days. Awesome, now we have added some additional filtration capabilities within the data set. This is a great start, but I want some summaries at the bottom of each column, so let's go over to the settings icon on the right side and click column summaries to get those visualized in our query. All right, there you go. So what I'm really looking for is an average billable rate within each service item for a given time period. You'll notice I have a total hours for each time entry and a billable amount, so let's create a simple formula to add a new column for billable rate. Perfect. Now we have all the columns we should need. The column summary for rate is giving me a sum, and I actually would prefer an average there, so let's click on that and change it. Now I can go to the service item column header and click the menu to filter by a specific service item and see the average billable rate for that item from the last year. Cool, this is pretty much exactly what I'm after, but let's get a bit more visual with this to make it easier to read. I will click the chart icon from the right hand panel, and you'll see I have a bunch of visual options right here for me to choose from. I want to choose a line stacked column chart style for this particular answer. And there we go. It immediately puts the information from my query into the visualization. You'll notice though, it's not showing my average billable rate, and it's giving me information by team member rather than date range. So let's go to the configure menu in the settings to quickly make a change to the way the data is visualized. I'll simply drag weekly time start date into the x-axis and pull average billable rate into the y-axis and get rid of team member for now. There we go. That's just what I wanted. Now I see my average billable rate for this specific service item charted over weeks of the year while also showing the billable amount and the total hours for that service. Let's go ahead and pin this now to a tab on my time live board that I've named Service Item Analysis. If we visit the tab, you'll see the same chart I was just looking at, but I've added one for each individual service item. Now I can come here anytime to revisit the same information. It's also extremely easy to rearrange, resize, or reposition elements of the live board so that things are organized in the way that provides most value to you. Well, that concludes our look at the Insights feature, a very exciting development coming to Canopy this summer.